Yeah, good evening, wonderful people. It's nice to be with you once again. This is Web Watch on Flame TV, where we speak on social media to look at what's happening, what's trending, what is the popular thing that is being viewed on social media platforms. We're here to discuss and also get your opinion and you being part of the program. You can comment, they will read out your comments, and we'll have this conversation. I'm Christian Chiku, have with my madam.
Zubi Gladi, welcome to Rebel.
That is a woman leader.
Woman leader.
Okay.
Olamide, welcome to Web Watch.
Okay. Let's tick the talk. Let the clock start ticking now. The latest news we have is that the Lagos State government has made a decision to release impounded vehicles for free due to cash crunch. Impounded vehicles for free due to cash crunch. There's a video. I like our guy in studio to play that video. Then let's deliberate on that. Look at APC hiring 13 senior advocate sons for the case at the election tribunal. We also heard and eavesdropped that the Labour Party also has 20 sons lining up for the debate. I think this election is going to be, it's already interesting.
Yes.
It's already interesting. And let's start with the order by the Lagos State government. What do you think?
Well, in the past few months, we saw a scenario whereby those vehicles were being auctioned out, whereby the people were even crying, they were even begging, they were pleading with Lagos State government to at least heed to their own. So they should look their side. They should be able to temper justice with mercy or something like that. Or how do they say it? They should bring down the bar for them. They can negotiate, or they should be able to pay off and buy their and just get themselves out of the issue. But you now notice that a few days to the election now, I would notice something that everywhere Sanwo-Olu has not been going to is now he now starts.
No,
going
he's the governor. He's the governor of the state too.
You know, he has not been campaigning. We all know that. He was invited for a particular town hall meeting with Jando and Gbadebo Revival as well. He was there, but he later pulled out. And we noticed that it was with the APC, the president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, was following him to all the campaign venues and the likes. And I saw a particular video where MC Oluomo, you know, a staunch loyalist of the APC as well, where he was begging, he was soliciting for votes for the All Progressive Congress. I believe with that gesture, they are on the back foot like that. He has not really come out like that in such a manner to plead for votes. He used to believe that, okay, we are the incumbent government, would make sure we have the structure in place. So for him to have just changed from that way of auctioning those vehicles to giving it back for free, from my perspective, I don't think it's about any cash crunch. I think it's just to, you know, seek for the forgiveness of Nigerians or Lagosians.
Nigerians, there's no cash now, so how do you facilitate?
And they can actually still hold the vehicles. Then after the governorship election, people would come with money. Then they'll be able to auction them.
If you have a vehicle there, you allow them to hold your vehicle. If there's a free, like coming to get your stuff free, won't you jump at it? I think it's going to help.
You know, it's the governments that made it available for free, which they auctioned it before. Now they are giving it back to the owners for free. There would surely be an ulterior motive for that. It has been long.
It's been since last year, if I'm not mistaken. So why now?
I thought the one of last year they have sold it.
No, they didn't sell everything. I'm not sure.
They didn't auction everything. Now he's coming out to do it at this point. That means he's trying to, like he said, he's trying to appeal to the people by doing that. He's trying to appeal to the people. Because if you can agree with me, the present what's it called, the APC in Lagos State, they are kind of scared.
Okay.
At the moment, having seen what happened to the presidential candidate of the you understand? Imagine someone even doing an advert for his Guba race. So they are scared because they don't even know what is coming. Because if they should do the same thing they did in Lagos State, whereby they say, if you're not voting for this political party, go back to your house. If that something should repeat itself again, it's going to be a big blow on them, and I don't think they want that.
I was looking at that tactic because now when I walk the streets now, I see people saying that all you Igbos that came from so place to Lagos coming to take over power, rescue power, occupy. When I look at those people, I look at their mindset. I just see that these people are myopic and they are not worth listening to. But we have people that have phones that can tweet. Everybody has not, even this PVC. It is not everybody that's qualified to hold the PVC. But you see, PVC is just giving to everybody. People are just say things anyhow. In Lagos State, who is the governorship candidate? Is a Lagosian.
Is a Lagosian.
So, would you tell me who I will vote for?
No.
Like
they are all Lagosians.
I'm like looking at what she's saying. Would you tell me? So these things these people are doing shows that they are not even, don't have integrity. They are not supposed to be in that place of leadership.
See, that's one thing I always believe in this life, Sha. When you've lost your place, you start begging people because they've doesn't, as it stands now, APC, they've lost their place already. So they are trying to buy the people over again. That's the trend. Had it been that during the
had it been the one Labour Party, they defeated they flawed all the parties in Lagos State,
like they did in Ekiti State,
like they did in Ekiti, or in, is it Ekiti State?
They flawed Labour
Party.
Yeah,
they flawed Ekiti State. They won both, even PDP and Labour Party and other parties. According to the results that they said.
We don't really know.
The INEC announced.
Yeah, they announced. Had it been is that result that we got in Lagos State, I don't think this kind of gesture will be coming out. And I also think for them to have come out to make this kind of thing, it says a lot of things about them. And politics is just a game. You will notice during the presidential election, they played the religious card. They were playing Muslim, Christian, Muslim. And now during the governorship election, they are playing tribal card.
No, they also played the tribal card.
But the religious card was more then.
The APC never expected that it was going to hit them. Now, it has made us to understand that power belongs to people.
Yeah.
Irrespective of whoever thinks he's governor, president, or whatever it is the people that decide.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that power is drafting towards where the people are holding on to power.
See, the power is going to the people now, right? That's not even why I'm like, that wouldn't be my excitement. My excitement, the whole thing is the fact that the people are now ready and willing to take the power. Because initially we were scared. Initially nobody would be like, I beg, I don't want anything to happen to me. I don't want issues and all of that. But now Nigerian people have come out en masse to actually say, this is what we want. Give us what we want. The way we want it. You understand? And I believe that is what is happening in Lagos State right now. They are scared. Because I actually heard someone say in an allegation, I don't know how true it is, that the president-elect was angry with Sanwo-Olu because he refused to win his state for him.
He failed to win the state.
Yes, he failed to win the state for him.
That is politics.
So, and now...
In Nigeria politics. So.
And now, having seen what is happening, because after the presidential election, a lot of people felt that, please, since after all we did, the whole thing, they still did what they did the way they did it from what has been trending online. So there's no point we coming out again to exercise our civic responsibility. We'll just day our lane. But after a while, people now come out again like, no, the battle is not over. In fact, this is where the battle begins. And they are seeing the whole thing. So they are kind of, should I say, skeptical. So what is in the mind of this people? What are they up to this time? So let's start pleading with them. Let's do what we can to know that too.
But the presidential candidate elect has said there shouldn't be violence.
Yeah.
And
what I think is that
he has this is a man that he needed this thing at all costs.
Yeah.
Even from a video we saw online, he said we are going to take this power anyhow. You understand? And now he needed this, and he eventually got it. I'm going to relax now.
He has got that's his sole aim, and he has gotten it.
Any person that wins in Lagos now is not his. I don't think that should be his concern.
It's not his concern.
Actually, is very important.
See, Lagos is important, critical. But he has achieved his aim with Lagos State. And he didn't spoil Lagos State. He has done more to Lagos State than he messed Lagos State. Yeah. So he has achieved his aim. Even those people there, he has put them into power. If they cannot deliver that place for themselves now, Tinubu is now in the federal level. Even if Peter Obi gets back his mandate, Tinubu will be former president of Nigeria. Yeah. And that has always been his aim. If they swear in him, now, let's say by May 29, once they swear him, even if it's just for 24 hours, they will call him former president. Now, he has left that place for them. If they can deliver, it's fine. And I have a credible information yesterday from a very, very reliable source that there will be a general meeting among all the local government chairman, from all local government chairman to the landlord as well, whereby they will be telling their people in the house that okay, you must vote for this person, you must vote for our person. You know, they are not playing the tribal card. But what I know is that now the youth, they now have a mind of their own. Nobody will be able to say vote for this person because he's Yoruba or something. I was telling the person that I say that even me as a Yoruba guy now, okay, personally, what have we gained? What have the Yoruba race gained from being from?
What have the youths gained?
What have the youths in general
gained from?
No, if we even say okay, let's go out from that as well. Let's go to the north. So far so good. If we look at the presidential history of Nigeria, we have the northerners having been the most presidents in Nigeria history. What have an average northerner gained? But the northeast and the northwest, they have the most out of the 133 million people in multidimensional poverty. So it's not about the tribe. It's about the person that wants to become that governor or president. How the person would serve us well. This tribal card and everything, they don't play it. Sheyi Tinubu will got married to an Igbo lady. So he is not playing the tribal card here. Even Remi Tinubu is not Yoruba. She's Ishekiri. So you see most of them, they are doing intermarriage. But when it comes to the masses, they will not start playing ethnic card. But I think now, and reason why I would say they're on the back foot again now is because you would notice when these Yoruba nation agitators wanted to do their peaceful work in Lagos, they have never done it peacefully before. The police officer will come there, you know, try to frame them up in another kind of image that they want to, that hoodlums and stuff. So these people too would automatically pledge their support on that Labour Party.
Okay, let's look at some things that happened over the years in Lagos, why people are really angry. I noticed that there's no last man.
For the past few weeks.
There have been no last man in the road. Have you seen last man?
Yes, I remember. Sorry, I've not seen actually. Yesterday, I was coming from Bega, to work. So the vehicle I entered, there was this last man lady inside, and the bus driver asked her, you've passed where you usually stand though. Shebi, you will not drop. She said, no, you're not standing again until after the election. That was what she said. And he now asked her, so where are you headed? She said, I'm going to Alausa. We have a meeting. So, I was not like, but it's true. There's no last man on the road. So could it be that whatever happens, whatever it is, but one thing I'm so happy about is that the youths have woken up and it's no more business as usual. Even if what has happened during the presidential election have happened, even if PDP did not get his mandate, even if PDP did not, even if they didn't get
they wouldn't underestimate.
I am glad that the youth now
they have made a statement.
They have made a big statement.
A very big statement according to what Bode George said. I read his statement. I like that fact very, very well. And believe me, politics in Nigeria have changed.
Yeah.
From what has happened, it has definitely changed. Let me just put it this way. In the next election, in 4 years' time, there will be a lot of drastic, visible change. Everybody will be like, wow.
Yes, I think so. There will be changes.
No, let me see what's going to happen. Because before the elections, I said something. I said they are going to rig the election. They are going to rig the election.
They have always rigged the election in Nigeria.
Somebody that we don't like.
It's because Labour Party is there now. That's why we are most particular about the rig.
If it was
I didn't mean it was just a bit just
4 years ago, would you be bothered? In fact, you will not even talk about it. You just keep quiet. In fact,
because the youth are there, we're not like, how can they do this thing like this? No, they must give us answer.
It's even it's spending the youth more. Even though it's not all the youth.
This one is broad daylight. Like in your front like this, in the eyes of the law and the law officers, they'll be perpetrating all sorts.
Do you know, I was at you were with me that day, the polling unit that was on my street, leaving work that day, I got there. I was seeing the excitement on the faces of the youth there when they were counting those ballots. In my mind, I'm like, what is going on in Nigeria? Like, there's something happening that we don't even know how to put it at this point, but something is happening. That revolution that Showore has been looking for, it's happening underneath. And if these people, I just pray that their eyes open as well to know that, let them just realize that the game has changed. They should stop doing the things the usual way. They've been doing it all this
time. You did notice another thing. The people counting the result were not happy.
Well, there's no way.
Official.
There's no way they would have been happy.
The way the lady was counting, it seems she was not even happy that this person
if they show you that they are happy, they are what's it called? They are under INEC, the INEC officials. The ruling party might feel like, okay, so you're happy because the
what I'm saying is because at the end of the day, we saw that most of them had a hand in the rigging. They were part of the process that they had to change results. You can see results up and down.
Some of them have been threatened.
I know. Normally, that's what they use as a copper. they threaten you to your life.
Yes.
They'll put enough fear in you so that when you go there, you do their bidding.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, I will trace you, trace your family.
Why wouldn't you do their bidding? Imagine you were a core member and you're posted to a state, a core north state, let's say like Sokoto. There is no family there. You are just alone in that place, and you wouldn't do what they want you to do. You go find out. I remember
You do.
2019,
You overdo.
2019, when my previous president then, the guy has to jump into the river because he said he's not going.
River.
Yes. Somewhere in
with
the
his NYC cloth.
Who wore NYC clothes to this? Me, I didn't wear. I wore white round neck with a black Delta. Okay. With a black what's it called pant trouser and a white shoe. I didn't want to identify myself as a copper because if anything should happen, where am I running to? I don't understand their language. Yeah. I don't know what they are. As in, they accept pidgin. That's the only thing that is common among them there. So if they tell you to do something, even though there was threat, is normal in Nigeria as far as election is concerned, politics is concerned. So we had to listen to what they were telling us because you can't just do against.
So if your vehicle is impounded, you can try and get to Alausa and see whether you can get it.
Also make sure that they are not using it for politics because they might give it to people that, okay, if I give you now, you are the chairman, they help me to talk to this person. You people must do this one.
There's something I didn't want to be for. Let me say it. Somebody told me that in a place, the governor gave all the public servants 200,000 to campaign for him.
See, there's a particular thing.
There are some places they will tell you that this place you are selling, if you don't vote for APC, we go send you away.
This is a lie. They can't send them away.
No, I think they are just politics to put fear.
And even if they give you 1 million naira, that go and deliver your polling units, there is no. You can't just say that because you have that money.
You can't measure.
You can't measure it. Because some people, the person you're even giving the money to, might not even remit it to the people that he wants to vote. Once you start saying that, these people are voting for my candidate, you just leave the money. Even if you are not voting, you say we voted out. I give them the money. Do you have the receipt? There's no evidence.
See, listen,
you just need to cash out and go.
In this present time that we are in, I don't really know because this present time is a time whereby someone is saying something. It's very easy to record a conversation. It's very easy to make video. So if you're giving me that kind of thing, probably there's a way I can put my phone to record you. So there will be evidence.
Please, I need you to show me how do you record that somebody don't know. Let's just do an example.
You can see, do you know when
someone is
carried away?
Okay, like
do you know when someone is carried away?
Not like video.
No, like video. To be audio. Video record. You don't. How do you do video record that somebody doesn't know?
You can put your phone this way and see if you just press record.
There's something I would have told you, but I can't say it online like this after the show. I'll tell you.
Something happened. I think that should be either 2 years ago or thereabouts. A friend of mine that works in the media house. So they were stalked by police officers, and she had these eyeglasses that you can use to make video. I don't know if you know.
Yes.
So she was making video, and I didn't know. Like this. And she used it against them, So what in this era? That's why I say some people self-share. I don't know. Is it that they are backward or they just want to be?
They are not backward. It's politics.
That I see things and the way
in politics, politics is like football. You can win in a dirty manner. You can even buy the referee. It's after the blue final with you, you'll be dragging with UEFA. So just win.
Okay, on to the next one. APC hires 13 senior advocates of Nigeria to defend the mandate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the election tribunal. This is getting interesting and very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's getting interesting.
The pressure is getting worse.
Well, I think lawyers are not being taught to say the truth. They are being taught to defend anything, even if it is a lie. There's nothing like truth or lie. It's your perspective that makes it truthful or a lie.
It's how you present your case.
It's how you present it. You can defend a murder case whereby you prove beyond reasonable doubt
that
this person is.
My father said something once. When I told him that Daddy, I like be a lawyer, he said, "You'll be lying too much." In those days, because I've always played this defensive card. No matter what you do,
lawyers are liars.
I want to defend myself at every given point. But it's not their fault. This is what that's what they studied.
That's their profession.
Thank you. That's their profession.
I don't think I will agree with that because any system that upholds justice, no matter how I want to defend, the system itself will tell you that this thing you're defending. There is a court. For instance, now
what is the justice?
In Canada or in the UK or in the United States, if somebody tell you I'm taking you to court, you'll be afraid.
No, it's the ability of your lawyer. See, for you to win a case, you have to prove
This
beyond reasonable doubt.
This case in Nigeria has proved itself beyond reasonable doubt.
But they can't just say, okay, it is either, we can't say it is true or it is false until they get to the court. And your lawyer is able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the election was not rigged by bringing evidences.
Okay, what happened with
it's just
the
a
appeal
game.
court saying that they should release a man called Nnamdi Kanu? Another judge now gave another judgment. That is, after you have proved your beyond reasonable doubt, the judge now told you that this is the interpretation of the law. So the justice system, if it's corrupt, no matter how you want to prove, it is what they will do, they will do. For instance, now they give a judge like $100 million on that case. If like bring the whole evidence in the world, the judge will now even join the defendants to be defending on their behalf. He will be the judge and also defending.
If you prove beyond reasonable doubt and you still don't win the case, then that means the executive or something will have to disobey the court order totally. But you will know in your mind that I won this case. But they would even, you say that they won that case. They said you can free him, let him go, discharged and acquitted. But they said you can't take him away. That's because there are fears that he will instigate violence.
Let's talk about
likes.
The evidences that are on social media that they are going to defend.
Well, they will tell you that social media, there's a lot of misinformation there. That's one thing I'll first of all say. They will bring up series of
I think you're
different.
trying to tell them what they should say, as a matter of fact.
I'm just like putting myself in their shoes. If I were to be a lawyer defending that case, what would I say? I'll first of all go and bring all those misinformation that have happened over the years and have led to
Let's start
things. That's what they
Let's
will
start with the system was hacked by an unknown person.
Then you hold the INEC chairman responsible.
Instance of a Russian boy that said he hacked the INEC portal. We'll start with that one. I will argue that one for like 3 years.
That one you hold the INEC chairman responsible now.
So is it the INEC chairman that will now block the hackers in the world hacking the system? You now hold the INEC chairman.
How didn't they hack Osun State election and Ekiti State election?
Wait, as a matter of fact,
how many states did they hack?
Do you know that? I don't know, but I'm asking. Do you know that on that same presidential election and National Assembly, right? How come the National Assembly results and were
being played, being transmitted,
and
and the presidential one was not being transmitted?
It's unfortunate that they hacked.
This is how we would know if they hack it or not. Let them give all the information, the IREV. Let them
they are going to
see. It should be in full control.
See,
they should not reconfigure it for now. Even they can postpone the government election next 2 weeks. But let either Labour Party, PDP, or any other body that are aggrieved about this result, let them have full control of the IREV. Their tech guys are there. They would know if it has been hacked.
But my opinion, both Labour Party, PDP, and APC, none will be innocent of rigging at some point, if you ask me. You understand? Because I believe that those states where Labour Party won a how will I put it? Wide margin of vote that APC was just getting. They didn't even get up to like 5,000, 10,000 votes. How did
Let me
that
ask you a
happen?
question. In your village, if they conduct election, how many people vote APC?
See,
in your village, not polling unit. In your village.
In my village. See, do you know why I wouldn't say? Because I've not been to my village.
Is not
village. Many of them vote
just like going to Ekiti State.
Many of them vote based on tribe.
No,
you hear
not tribe.
That's what you will hear.
You know what? One funny thing, Igbos don't really do because of my brother or one name. They don't really do that. Where I'm coming from, I don't know for other places.
We are not saying the urban areas. The Igbos are enlightened. Those typical village.
Do you know what they are going to vote for? What they will vote for is what the information that you give to them.
You
understand? It's not really because of okay, we know this person. They don't know nobody.
If that person has collected money,
I am sure
I'm an
Igbo girl. I am sure that my dad, if he had voted that day, I doubt if my dad would have voted Labour Party. That's the truth. Yes, I doubt if he would have, because let me not say for that. I doubt if he would have voted Labour Party. Even my mom would be like, okay, I remember in those days when I was still very, very young, I stayed with my grandma in the village those days. If my grandma was going to vote, what she would go there and be like, Kage wouldn't know. Kage would have again, you know this kind of thing. Would they give us salt?
I don't know that kind of thing. I don't understand.
Okay, let's go and see if they'll give us salt. If they are going to give us glue, they are going to give us paka. So those parties that will give them something, they'll be like, depending, those people that gave us salt. Where is this? Let's put hand. They gave us salt. You understand? That's the only thing they were after. You understand? So it's not really because where is our brother? They say which brother? Brother that don't know us. But that's what they will tell you. It depends on what you tell them. That is going to determine who they are going to bring for on that day. You get? So coming to the 13 SANs and whatever. Okay, they have 13. Labour Party have hired 20. Is it 20 SANs or just lawyers?
20
senior advocate of
Nigeria.
But as far as I'm concerned, in Nigeria, now
but is Keyamo among those 13?
He's not among.
No,
that's the gross betrayal.
No, probably he has a job to do.
Okay, as this.
I know where you are going. Like, I'm defending him now. He has a job to do. He needs to be on the social media, be attacking on that front. You know, when you are fighting any battle,
you be at the forefront.
Yes, you are positioned in a place.
I saw a post. This man, Table Shaker, you guys know him, right? Where he said from the results that have been obtained so far, it seems like Labour Party actually won Rivers State.
But the Labour Party in Rivers State, there's a report that they are endorsing Wike's man.
It's not. I saw the report too. It's not really because he's Wike's man. It's because they say that someone from the southeast side of the state, of the southeastern side of the River State, whatever.
But it's Wike's man.
Have never been governor. So because
that is politics now.
Riverine area of the state.
I think if that person, I think we should look beyond. I think the people should look beyond either even party affiliation. If you feel like this person has done.
You know, when I saw that the Labour Party governorship candidate of River State was a woman, I was not like, are you really sure that these people will start at this woman till the very end? You know what it is? See, I'm female,
you won't
right?
want a woman to lead them.
You know when you
Labour Party. If you are a Labour Party candidate,
it's not by
you are having high hopes.
Don't go there. There are some men, like in where I stay, there's something that we were having an argument one day. One woman was saying something. Just one guy, a very young guy, had to shut them like they are talking. Woman that's supposed to be inside the husband's house, you come out here to come and talk. We don't know that you people are not supposed to talk when we are talking. Imagine someone like you now come and say you want to come out. Uru what? We will sweep you and put inside the house. You know, stuff like that.
That is your mentality.
Mentality.
When it comes to management,
you know, you have to go with the mentality of that space.
A female will not behave like a female when it comes to management. You behave like someone who has done studied management.
But you know, they have to.
Some men
that particular place. If that is how they think, you have to go in line with their logic there.
See, some men will still tell you that we will not allow a woman to rule over us. Is that you don't understand?
Yes, some men will say it.
It's not you are standing
this is Africa.
House of Assembly. It's not a state of assembly or governor.
Not even deputy governor.
I don't believe that woman is a woman because men they know women's attributes. Most times, if the woman will have qualified to get to that level, she must have done things that men could not do.
And I actually pray that they give her that opportunity.
Somebody says, Sama Una saying, no, we Labour Party have a lady YouTuber as its governor.
That's the River State governorship candidate.
Yes.
Let's
not look at the feminine side because, well, people in that area
you will they talk now. You will they talk. Forget about don't be sentimental. Don't try to cover up anything. If you were to be there, would you vote that woman?
I will vote the woman.
Okay, that means
I'll vote for the woman.
Because number one, what Wike has done, let a woman undo that is Jagaban in Rivers State.
I feel like I'm too.
Do you think a woman can do that? I
feel like I'm too, but Rivers State.
If the woman will not declare.
Rivers State is stubborn.
Now he goes to hand over to woman.
Now
you come and say, Wike hand over to a woman.
after all the gree that he did. I wouldn't know.
It seems the Labour Party now is the bride. Everybody is in alliance.
Yes.
Four people that were tweeting in a room. Everybody is in alliance.
Everybody wants to enter the room.
They didn't see that coming. They didn't see.
In Oyo State, we have the same thing.
They endorsed Sheyi Makinde.
Yeah. I think that was unanimous.
Yeah.
In Enugu State, they are endorsing Frank Nweke.
Of which party?
Abga,
Abga, yes. in Abia State endorsing. Peter when Peter Obi went there to campaign.
No, he didn't go. It was cancelled.
It was cancelled.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on. We have people. Yes, you can read there. From your side.
Labour Party Rivers State didn't endorse any order. The man was hired to say that. Don't know how true it is. Samuel Onang said, "Yes, thank you. This lady supports a woman like you."
You didn't read it.
This lady supports a woman like you. Okay.
Yeah, they actually like women who can really stand up for themselves and sound like a man. They will tell you no.
You don't use that word.
No, not like
no matter how much you want to stand, a woman is still a woman.
No, women are not women. No.
There are some women are not women.
Some women are not women. They will stand up to see.
They don't show sign of weakness.
They don't exactly. They are not feminine in nature.
If they are going through anything that women go through, you will not show it.
You will not see their emotion. No, women are emotional.
Leadership.
Exactly.
Yes. If a woman is actually leading,
she will
just come out. She will be bold.
If she graduates from being, let's say, the bank, from being nice staff to the full staff, from full staff to bank manager, she must have passed some levels.
Yeah, some kind of daring levels.
If you have that feminine kind of stuff, you cannot.
You will just
cannot go.
Like someone like me.
Yeah, because sometimes now, if something is happening to you from your house, you now come to where you are working, then and it shows all over. You are not strong. You never
exactly.
For leadership like this, like Peter Obi now. Let's say he has used like billions of naira in the election, and he might know that this is no good area, but he's moving, but that will not bother him.
You know, I actually had someone.
Yeah, for you to lead, you have to be able to conquer your emotions.
I had
this will go change. They killed his uncle.
They
destroyed his house. You know that go change.
I want to ask something.
Yeah.
In Imo State, that some government came and destroyed. He still move about.
Continued.
So leadership is, no matter what is going around.
Look at even Nelson Mandela that was jailed for many years and he still came back. He said something like, he said when he became the president and he wanted to make the first speech, if he still has all those thing like revenge in his mind, that will not be able to forgive those people. It was just like, okay, even after I think 20 or 30 something years in prison, you still had this mind to say, let me just move on, leave them. It has happened. That's leader.
Okay, I want to ask, do you guys think that P2B is an emotional person? Because do you know why I asked this question? Someone said, say P2B should just forget it. He does not have the mind to press further. Do you guys think that this man is actually emotional?
P2B's wife said that he has known his husband for a number of years, that the husband likes to go to court.
You can imagine. I don't see P2B as a...
He thinks someone that has a mind to go to court.
No. See,
no, P2B is a kind of person that he will be laughing with you.
Yes.
Then what he is going to do, he's going to do.
There are some people, look back. Some people can only... Some people have different leadership styles. Some people would make noise. And some will not shout with you. But you see that place they are heading to, they will just keep on going a step at a time. They won't stop.
I see that man as
a very
strategic person. That's what I see him as. You know, when the person that said this thing actually was a woman, I'm like, well, I had to try to school her a little, because this thing you said, maybe so, because when P2B was Anambra State governor, that was 2013. I remember I visited Anambra State at that time. I was quite young though, you know, but this man, even though like you won't take this thing from, I saw a post of
somebody say the court will like now baby court be that. yeah, because court get level. You know, when you look at a picture, a video of the Supreme Court, you know that court get level.
You know there are principalities in the court.
Third heaven. If you never pass first heaven, say that third heaven. Okay, let's start with election tribunal, appeal court, then Supreme Court. I agree with you, my brother. Miracle no retire.
Miracle no retire, Jesus.
Someone said something that all these people that are following, all these obedient people, that they are just like the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and the IPOB people. That Kanu was somewhere instigating violence, and they are here fighting when he's busy enjoying himself. And the person wanted to say that, can you imagine that after the presidential election, P2B flew out, they continue leaving you guys here protesting?
How many people? Which person protested?
You know, when things happen, like, you just be seeing a lot of comments.
No, there's so many annoying people. So you need to have a...
See, some people gaslight you.
On social media, you need to have a kind of stealth.
Yes.
So that you are not moved by what people say.
These ones.
If you live on social media, you'll be discouraged.
Especially Twitter.
See, and that was until I saw that thing. They told him that no, it was one time governor of Anambra State, one old man like that. He said that when Chris Ngige became the governor of Anambra State against P2B, they told him that since Chris Ngige is already doing well, why don't you just leave him to finish? P2B now said, because you said that
I saw it. He said if a thief steals your car, so because the thief is maintaining the car, you leave your car.
You understand? That word there, the word it struck me like heavily. I'm like, this man is not someone to joke with. People should not just like take this man for granted. He's heading somewhere.
Well, I actually think he should not give up, because we can't continue to have a Nigeria like this. But this man who shot a lady on the 25th of December is saying that there's no case. You know?
Can you imagine?
There's no case. Had it been our judicial system is working, you don't even need to do any investigation.
And the lady is a lawyer.
She's a lawyer.
One of the reasons.
Now imagine other people that don't even have any lawyer in their family.
And you know that is an evidence. That's an evidence against whoever that did it, whichever political party that did that. But then what I'm trying to say is this. One of the reasons why I would love Labour Party and P2B to press forward in this case is not because for them to gain the presidential seat, no, but for as let it be a proof that these people cannot just do anything.
We have to wipe that judiciary system. We have to clean it.
There's injustice must be served where it is necessary. Yeah. You understand? That's actually what.
Even if they won't sanctify the whole judiciary system, to some extent, let's be able to have justice. Even if it's not for the common man, for some people that are still in the middle class or something.
You understand?
Not just until when you are in the upper or the apex.
Anybody can.
That you're able to get to anything.
Imagine an Okada rider becoming a senator.
In Kaduna.
Right? In Kaduna. Is that Kaduna?
Yeah, Kaduna.
In Kaduna. Then, which other person?
I think we now have about 24 people now.
You can imagine. And that's a party that they say is structureless, doesn't have structure.
Okay, meet Nigerian pastors who got told that Bola Tinubu would not win the election. Let's look at that for the next 5 minutes. We have, according to the, now the newspaper National Daily's report, they are not going through the ethics. They're not aligning with the ethics. And when I say ethics now, somebody will send me a message like, you are supporting Labour Party. Labour Party, you're not following the ethics. Now, ethics of journalism. Verifying a report like that of River State. Yeah. It was deemed to be a fake news. Yeah. But it was carried out by Nigerians' elite newspaper houses. Our elite, our best,
alleged.
Our best. They carried out that fake news. Many at times, they have really debunked that. But there are pastors we know that have said Bola Tinubu would not win the 2023 presidential election. You know that. I don't believe in prophecies when it comes to the election. I believe in what we do with the prophecy. Because God, like the two people went to meet Babalawo, say, show us what we are going to become. We all looked at the first person, said, this person, you are going to be a wretched poor man. Your great grandfathers have sold your destiny. Yes. The second one said, you're going to be a rich man. You're going to be a king. You have so much. The one that they told that was going to be wretched started doing something. Yeah. Went to farm, started doing something. That one the second one had to go and balance. At the end of the day, it was the one that worked that achieved.
He will not call the prophet a liar.
Call the prophet a liar.
So it is what you do with prophecy. That's why I believe that works. So anybody that is saying this person win, that is inconsequential for me. What I'm looking at, what you have in your hand that God has given you, what are you doing with it at the moment?
That's true.
You understand? So we have Primate Ayodele.
Yeah, he said what?
We have
that Tinubu will not win.
He didn't really say
I don't think he really.
That's what I'm saying. You know, when I say newspaper, when they publish,
they
just give you a headline, then they might confuse you and everything.
Professor Ayodele, I remember one of the things he said. He said that P2B will be president, but not now. That's one of the things that he said that I remember very, very well. P2B will be president, but not now. And then I don't think I can remember exactly the way he said, but he didn't quite say that
No, let's talk about prophecy generally. Now,
this is what I think.
Don't even come in.
This is what I just think.
Pray for a candidate. Advise people on the way to go or what you think is right. Pray for a candidate. Prayer helps. You know why? Because there's a point in time that you don't know where to move. Something just instigates you. This is what I should do.
This way you should move.
Then if that instigates you and you don't do it, who are you going to blame?
You blame yourself.
So it is what you do with the prophecy that matters.
Like me, talking about this, right? I remember, I don't know, should I call the pastor's name or something? One of the pastors, let me just keep his name anonymous. One of the pastors, this said something. He said that God showed him 3 people, 3 persons. One of them didn't even know why he wanted to be president. He didn't even know, like he just wanted but he did not know. It was as if something was covering him. He didn't know why he just wanted to be president. Then the other person, then he now asked God, what about this one? He said, if this one becomes your president, we will not have a country. And then the other one, he said, the third person that God showed him, that he was scared. And then he now asked him, why are you scared? He said, because how do you even put it safe? The whole thing was becoming so heavy that he didn't even know what to do anymore. But he then prayed and said, God, please give him wings to fly. You understand? And now, why is not like what to do with prophecy, right? Anybody can prophesy anything to anybody, but it now depends on you. When you receive that word of prophecy, what do you do? Some people will now go and relax and be like, it is settled, without knowing that if the prophecy comes, that's where the work begins. You don't go and relax and then say, God I've done it. That is where the work begins, because there are so many devices. It will only take you to stand firm and stand strong with your faith intact to conquer whatever it is. Otherwise, it would be as if the person was lying or the person didn't see well. You understand? Anybody can be a prophet. God can show you something about me, and if you not tell me like, I see Christian, who be Christian with him? I beg. You understand? Like then I will now be like, it doesn't matter, and I'll now wave it off. Then at the end of the day, who will I blame? Myself, not the person that God used to tell me anything.
Well, personally, when it comes to politics, I don't like linking politics with anything like God told me, God said this thing. So I posted something on my status, I think last week, after the declared Tinubu, the president-elect. I said, majority of our religious leaders don't really hear political things from God. It's either they have political associate around them, or they are into, they have an idea of political calculations. They must surely have a logic, because you notice that most of these people, they can't really predict elections in countries that they don't know about. If you tell them, okay, they want to do election in Lesotho next week, who would give them the name, say something about these people? They won't really be able to tell you about them. And some of them, is either they give you their words or prophecy from their preconceived notions, number one. Some people say it's from their emotions too. And some people have close political associates, whereby they deliberate, they talk to, and they feel like, this is what Tinubu doing. He has done this, he has done that, he has this person here, APC is going here, this one is going here. A particular pastor said one thing. He said, I think from my perspective, I don't even know the pastor's name, but I think the pastor was not, don't let me use the word bold enough. Had this been I was in his shoe, I would have come out to say the candidate's name. Not like beat about the bush and Saul did one thing and Saul first of all came. No! Say the name, life and death. Nobody will flog you. Nobody will kill you because you said anybody's name.
I believe
Instead, the particular person will first of all become the president. Then along the line, maybe he will now leave this thing for another person. I was now having a picture like, okay, this person is saying that. I think he said Saul will come first or something, or something. That means Tinubu would come first. Maybe along the line,
I don't know what that
Miracle could not tire Jesus do.
I don't know what
Peter
that
will reclaim his mandate.
I don't know what that.
But I don't like to mix politics with, because politics is just pure game. If we look politics with maybe prophecy or God or something, then Tinubu might not have been the president at all.
Do you know?
Because when people tell you he's a drug peddler, he has participated in money laundering. I don't know how true. It's just allegations. He has not been put in any court or anything.
My opinion,
but it's not the president-elect.
The prophecies from the men of God and the present situation right now, if you should ask me, I don't think that most of them actually saw the whole thing. You understand? But probably some of them too.
They are calculating.
No, it's
they have their own personal destiny that will influence what they feel.
That's not even what I'm saying. Because the politics in Nigeria is not clean. Most of them know that this is the person, but because of hindrances and the whole thing that will come underneath. There's no how it's going to come to pass. As for now, you understand? Because I think I heard a particular man of God just say something. He said that this is the person that God is bringing to Nigeria. But because there are some people who are going to work against it with everything they have, it is not going to come to pass when it is supposed to. You understand? So what are you supposed? What will I do? Listen, if you ask me, God is not deaf. God heard the prayers of the saints, people that prayed. I believe you prayed. Me too. I remember. I know I prayed. I prayed.
Everybody
God.
prayed.
I actually prayed. One of the prayers.
No, I did not pray because I told you before that this is how the election is going to go.
You know, I told you something. I told you from my political calculations and my political experience, even if it is small, but I know there's no experience that is small anywhere. It's either you have it or you don't have it at all. From my calculation, I was of the notion that it is in between Atiku or Tinubu. It's in between them. I know that with the way Nigeria political system is structured, you can't say the truth to get to power. You have to cheat. You have to rig your way into you need to learn how to play those hanky-panky games and be able to play religious card, ethnic card, propaganda, all those things. You have to be able to use both black and white propaganda to sway people, and you have to be able to wield violence to a certain extent. In this Nigerian setting, though, that's why I actually said is in between Atiku or Tinubu.
I heard one elderly woman say something. She said that in this Nigeria where truth does not prevail, it's only lies that prevail.
It's only lies.
That this is what this thing is supposed to be. That this is what it is. It should be. But because this country truth doesn't prevail, it is not going to happen this way.
Okay,
but that Nigeria should try to make sure that the old system is eradicated, and only then
it will take time.
Only then will things get normal.
Okay, all the major parties are wanting to access the court over the results and the beavers machine INEC materials. We have the APC calling for inspection of the materials. We have the Labour Party and Atiku. We are waiting for the court injunction to know whether they are going to allow INEC, because INEC is part of them. They want to reconfigure the beaver so as they can use it for government election. APC also want to inspect the materials. Labour Party want to inspect the materials, and PDP want to inspect it. What do you think?
Well, I think it is Nigerians that should decide if...
Not the court.
Wait, I think it should be in favor of Nigerians. We are the ones who want to elect our governors, not the other way around. They are not voting for us. We are the ones voting for them. So, and they set 11th of March for this governorship election, and there is an issue on ground. Let all the aggrieved parties check this machine. Even if you postpone the governorship election for the next 1 week, we would wait. Let them check it, and if they are satisfied, you can just give them probably 24 hours or 48 hours. They should be able to check everything they want to check. Then you can reconfigure the machine.
Or better still, for the governorship election, let's go back to the old manual.
No.
Because even the new manual, did it work?
I don't want us to go back to the old one.
The old one.
We can't go back to the old one. It don't go. It don't finish.
Because, okay, even with the new system, the electronic whatever, did it work?
It is because they didn't want it to work. They didn't want it to work. That's just it. If it can work in Osun and Ekiti,
how sure are we that it is going to work now? Particularly in states like Rivers State, where there is reported cases of massive rigging.
No, INEC has also.
We can't believe INEC. Even if they like, they should go and use Ogun to swear. We can't believe them.
You need to believe somebody.
Do you know then? We believe them because we have not done it before. But now they have betrayed us. So if we don't trust them anymore, we have the choice not to. We are on the right track.
Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, a professor.
See, don't leave professor. His professors not SAN. His professors not stand. It's someone who told you that to blow up and miss road.
He said a lot of things there. He tried to convince the international community. Remember at Chatham House, and everybody believed him. That's why people were able to come out en masse during the presidential election to actually vote. And at the end of the day, see where the whole thing got us into.
So are you saying that people should not still vote?
I'm not saying
people should vote. I think this is now. People should come out en masse and just give warning to the INEC. See, even you that are coming that day for ad hoc staff, you don't say you forget ink or you forgot to collect password and login.
It's going to fail. I don't know, because my landlady, as old as she is, this woman actually went out. She used to vote that day. I didn't even know she was. When she came, I'd be like, I voted. Then after the result was now called, she'll be like, God, my voting.
A woman called that over 50 years.
She's not going to.
Over 50 years, she has not voted, but she voted that day.
You can imagine. And at the end of the day, INEC dashed all the hopes of Nigeria.
I think now
the result that came out is what the system has given us.
See, personally, I can't trust the INEC anymore. And once you break my trust once, there's no way I will trust you anymore. It will even take you more time to even regain my trust.
It's easy to trust, though. Yes. But once trust is broken, forget it.
Now people will now be proactive. I think people that will be going for this election, okay, the electorate will be going to. I will even tell them, if you are going to vote now, go there with ink. If they forget ink, we will replace it for them.
And please
go there with your MiFi, even if it's 5G, 10G, 4G.
Your MiFi might not work on their.
It not do what? It works.
Please go and test
it. If the code is not
please,
there.
all those are
if the code is not,
see, let me advise.
And if they said they should come to the collation center, people should go with them with crowd.
Let me
multitude.
Let me
they should follow them to the collation center.
Please, all these our big men that have money, please, if you know you can buy Beavers machine, buy it. Try your MiFi on it.
And there's one thing that would happen that day too. We saw a situation whereby the ad hoc staff actually delayed the whole process till the evening time. Then they will tell you that, okay, they can't upload this thing. Okay, let us wait. Maybe network will come. But within a twinkle of an eye, you just see the police force. They will just come into the scene and just say, let's go. What can you do? You can't do anything. But I think if we have more crowd there, they can't kill anybody. They can't shoot everybody at the same time. It's not possible. But those people said they won't leave until they upload.
If they shoot one bullet up.
It's not about if they shoot. See, Nigerians are now because we trusted the soldiers. You know, we saw the show of force everywhere. We're like, anybody who carry ballot box, you go and see his ancestor. How many people are going to see ancestor?
Let me tell you something that happened.
So people don't trust them anymore.
The streets, while they were counting the votes, so police van. They didn't come to the they just park. You see how people were running away. I was like, but why are they running? Why are they run? What did this man fall? And she was on skirt, flare skirt at that. If she can't fall now, everything can't open now. Fire now is blue.
You go club and back.
Breeze brother, you know.
So they should allow all the parties look at the INEC result. They should not allow INEC reconfigure the Beavers because
they should give them one more.
They are not trustworthy.
That is the only way we can trust them.
My opinion.
Now, if you are not,
or they should return to the manual way of.
They should not even return.
Which manual? No, I beg go. They should not even return. And they should.
Manual is easier
if it can work like that.
You know the reason why we have evidence is it is because it is not manual.
Because
yes,
it will be manual.
There will be no evidence.
So then let the election wait till April.
And then I think they should even if you tell them that they should not reconfigure it, that they should use it for the governorship election. Some people will tell you that you know the INEC staff mistakenly pressed maybe a reset button or something and it's wiped off everything. They will lie.
That INEC staff, you don't lose your job with that.
So let them look into it.
Like I said before, if Nigerians are ready for real revolution, that
nobody
I don't care if I go.
Yeah.
If I die, I don't care. That's when we have revolution because they will want to use extreme measures.
Okay,
to make sure whether you can attempt.
You know, for the presidential election.
No, INEC. They say we should not bring dog.
No, they won't bring. See, for
because I saw a post online that said everybody that have their dog. If you stay in Lekki,
if you bring dog, women.
See, this is what I believe. This is why I believe that if you can fool me once, if you fool me once, you are a fool. But if you can fool me 2 times, then that means I'm originally a fool, like that, like certified fool. Then that means they've actually outsmarted Nigerians once because they saw, you know, they brought in soldiers, police officers,
this cannot happen
and we felt
like
safe.
California, whereby they are voting.
You felt safe.
A police officer is cutting away ballot box in California.
You know, they have everybody get going. You guys shoot anybody now. But here, it's just that's just it.
Where you think you're going? There.
You don't go.
You know,
so that's just it. So now Nigerians don't trust them, so we will be very, very prepared for the election.
I think that Nigeria, even though we are not that advanced in technology, but we are not behind.
We don't want to be advanced. We are advanced. We don't want to be advanced.
No, okay, Nigerians are advancing, but the system is drawing Nigerians back.
Oh please, Nigerian system.
The system is drawing us back.
The system needs to advance in technology to come to a point whereby you don't need any ballot paper.
If Nigeria advance,
the voting what they call it, voting
the ruling class, and it won't work.
It's the ballot paper there.
This is why it will not work. It will work against the ruling class because they will not have access into the system. If you lock yourself, you build a kind of software and you lock yourself out, the person you built it for, the person will be able to defeat you. But they will still want human hands to be able to tamper with that system. That's why it is not likely that we'll get it right anytime soon. I think the only way we can actually make this thing right is that for this governorship election, if you can have more good and or more new people into the system, whereby let's say we have more people in the system now, whereby out of the 30 states of the federation, we can have maybe like 6 states that have new governors with new ideologies. By then, maybe in the next 4 years, if those 6 or 7 people work diligently and keep close relationship with their people, if they recommend another person, we will be able to trust them easily. Then by the next,
maybe they said something that all these your Labour Party people, if they enter, they will decamp.
It's not.
I want to ask something. How many of you have you guys tried to study all these Labour Party governorship candidates and even the presidential? Like, have you guys tried to study them? Peter Obi is an economist.
Okay.
The Abia State governorship candidate is an economist. Delta State governorship candidate under Labour Party is an economist. I was trying
now might not work because Lagos State governorship candidate is not an
architect.
So
then I was reading a profile of Delta State governorship candidate today. What's his name again? Delta. Ken Pell, that be something like that. Ken Bella. He said that he wanted to be an architect, but he ended up being an economist.
I don't even trust either you are a psychologist or you are a sociologist. Just go there and serve. Finish. Go there and put the interest of your people first.
My point is
even before your own. No matter who you are.
One group or one clique.
Yeah.
Though if you are an economist, you'll be able to understand things to some extent. But just have the interest of people in your mind. You just feel like when I leave this office, would I be able to? Okay. How many governors in this country right now or our House of Rep member can go back to his constituency and stay there for 1 week? Without any security personnel?
There's something.
They can't go there because they've done wrong to those people. They didn't work for them.
I really want to
How many of them can go back?
This present regime that we are in, let's start with the now president of Nigeria. Who was Buhari before he became the president of Nigeria?
He was the former president of Nigeria. And then I heard that they saw Shege while he was the president.
And he
gave the Shege to our fathers. Then they need to stop the Shege.
The Lagos State governorship. The Lagos State governor. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Who was he before he became a governor?
I think it was the Lagos State government worker or something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because if you ask me, I think that these things actually matter. Like who you're voting into power matters a lot. You need to know the person. Yeah. What has the person done? Let's say the area.
Well, there are some people. I think that experience to some extent. Some people have a good heart, but we used to rule them out. See, if you have a good heart, and you want to govern very well, and you have a little bit idea in politics, you would function. It's just a good heart first, then you learn politics. Because even if you have good heart and you can't play politics in the Nigerian setting, they will outplay you out of this. They will play you out of the system. But if you have a political mindset and you have good heart to join with it, forget it. You'll be an hero.
Let's look at INEC is giving certificates to House of Reps and Senators. They're giving them.
Who's that?
INEC,
yes. Now, Festus Keyamo has said, "Why I'm not amongst those people." This son, he has come out to say,
"Why is he not among?"
Why I'm not among the senior advocates that will defend.
Why I'm not among?
It's because he's defending. He's the senior advocate on Twitter now.
There.
Okay, the reason why he's not there.
He's not there.
He's on Twitter and with his violence.
Okay, let's look at one more report. In Lagos, it's a heated argument about the cards they are playing with the governorship candidates. With I think how many people are in the race? You know that these are two contenders.
GRV and someone.
What of Jandor?
Jandor is there as well, but if we have to, collect the like terms and cross multiply, we'd have only Sanwo-Olu and GRV.
And Sanwo-Olu is
okay. The son that defended Peter Obi, his name is Onyechi Ikpeazu. When he was Anambra governor, he won the cases. I think he's going to be the senior advocate that will also lead the 20.
Who is the man?
His name is Onyechi.
I think I heard that the man has never lost a case or something.
Yes, he's not lost the case. Onyechi Ikpeazu. He said INEC's quest to reconfigure the Beavers machines is an attempt to wipe out reliable physical evidence.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Why did I laugh? I'm sorry, I have to read this comment. And I don't know why this person. Sunday Ihuire, why are you doing this to me? He said, tell that girl here. Okay, tell that girl here is not Chicken Republic fast food, okay? What did I say exactly? That's funny. I know, right? It's not Chicken Republic.
Why is he even saying this?
I don't even know. That was it. Do I look hungry?
No, you look like you're going out on a date.
Okay, really, please don't take me out. I wouldn't mind going.
He put okay. Okay.
That was really funny. I bet Mr. Sunday, I don't understand why. I don't know why you said that actually.
Yeah, because you look takeaway.
Okay, if you have your comments, we are getting to the end of the program. Let's get a comment. Yes. Who did it, Chima? Who read that?
Is it before now is a free ride for Tinubu and his talks, but just because of Obi, the new Jagaban of Lagos, the game has changed. There is a new, what's that? Sheriff in town. Tell that to Buhari.
I don't think Peter Obi is the Jagaban of Lagos.
Well, I don't think so.
They will just use the term because he won the election.
Yeah, he won the election.
Not Jagaban.
I think Nigerians are the Jagaban
of
Nigerians. I just like the way Nigerians. You see, I like something. If you dare me, that is when you get the best of me. Just tell me you can't do this thing. See, I would go the extra mile and make you realize that. See, it suits me.
It suits me. I'm like
because they've dead the youth. Like we have the structure. You see, you people cannot do anything. They will shut up.
I'm put eyes straight to your face.
Like someone tell you that I will do this thing to you and there's nothing you do. I will say, there's nothing. Okay, just wait till the polls. And I think now people are now hell bent on. I think even right now, Desmond Elliott would. I don't even know where we go to. He can't even campaign.
I saw his post today on Twitter. I'm like, Chai.
Oh, he posted on Twitter
today. I saw the post. Like, vote.
Floyd is there.
I'm like, Chai. So this is how this man would just be like this. That guy Olumide would just.
He will just be waiting like this. Once they declare that Olumide is doing that,
they don't sleep well at night.
Yeah.
See, the whole place.
It's because they didn't work.
The whole place is hot.
See, there's something. If you have been elected into a particular office or you've been appointed, and you know in your mind that you have worked, even if they say they want to impeach you tomorrow, you just feel like, well, I don't even tire.
See,
you just go honorably.
On that note, these new people that are going into serve. Serve. You are first a servant before you are a leader.
Just serve. Serve now.
It's not difficult. Serve. Do you know? Okay, I've been in Lagos now for 4 years now, and I'm like, okay, what exactly have this man done? Because the only time I heard about Desmond Elliott was during the NSAS, what he did and the tweets and the names.
I saw the bridge that and after we can actually contribute and do the same bridge.
The bridge, they say is Paco actually. I'm not talking down on you.
He's never talking down.
But seriously, I can't really say this is what the only time I heard of him was during NSAS. Then after NSAS, people will not be like, okay, you want to come back for second tenure, and we'll wait for you. That's the next thing I heard. And now
he has been quiet.
And now the celebration that he did for Jagaban when he was announced the president-elect and all of that, and people now come in and say, oh gosh, I
think he actually came out he apologized to the people and he was even crying then, but that apology is not enough.
He was crying.
We have to show you that.
Crying.
Yeah.
And the ways that they like crying. Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade, he cries a lot too. Do you guys know?
I think
they call him crying governor. I'm like, what?
Weeping governor.
Weeping governor. Why are they always like that?
Well,
you know Melaye too. There was time he was cry master.
You know,
now you don't get asked.
You know,
they were not crying when people died.
Yeah, people were crying before. Now the tables.
They were not crying when
turned.
they were confiscating people's vehicles. People were.
They were not crying during the palliative when they kept the palliatives.
I can't forget that.
They kept the palliative then. People had to go and loot.
Nobody's looking at their tears. I think Nigerians are wiser now.
Nigerian tears are way more.
Even those that are with the perceived bad people, it will get to a point. The hand will turn back to them. And they will not join opposition.
Do you know, the truth is, let's say, for instance, your father is a governor and he's not doing well. Your father will do well in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Let's say your father is a governor and he's not doing well. And now you are the son who supports the father. And then you come out to the streets one day, people now see you and start pointing me, this one, they now, how would you feel as a person? You go home and you start thinking. And I believe that some of these people, that's what is happening to them. Even if it's not happening now, it will definitely happen. It will get to a point where they will come out, people will look at them and say, You will say your papa, you don't send anybody, and then you definitely feel bad. Okay, they're not in Nigeria.
They're not in Nigeria. They will just relocate and be living in the UK, US, Dubai or something.
It's because you messed up the whole thing. They're not looking for it.
As I said, most of them, they cannot walk back to their constituency and say, my people, I'm back home. For where?
Baka.
They once they are going home, they, the convoy will be like 25 cars.
Is speaking about INEC speaks on effects of the beavers configuration on the presidential National Assembly election. It says the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it has no plans to wipe the results of elections uploaded in the bimodal voter accreditation system. The commission said no data would be lost while configuring the beavers ahead of the governorship and state assembly elections.
Sorry, please. I'm sorry. Before you continue, I'm sorry. No data, no information will be lost, please. Before them, copy those.
You should back it up.
You push
in
it
another space or something.
Please, because
maybe on the cloud or
there's
something
a lot of
else.
things, and at this point, we don't even know when they are telling the truth. So it's very difficult to believe. If their truth is even difficult to believe anyway.
Yeah,
so she didn't believe the man. I will not believe the man.
There's no way we can believe him because he has given us his word before, both orally and in a written format. Then he failed woefully.
I'm like, how that man didn't sleep for nights? I saw a video where mosquito was disturbing his ear.
The mosquito said big part person head.
He just said there is one good.
That mosquito, he chopped the person leg like burger.
See, when they said that when God want to punish you, even your bed will be like water bed, will be like in a sand and concrete there on top. You don't feel like that.
Chop on like jazzy burger.
Okay, we are getting close to the end of the program. Yes, the incumbents, the powers that be, are getting soft on their people. Governors are going to meet the electorate because it's election time. It's the government election time.
I'm surprised none of them have started eating corn on the streets right now.
Yes. Is it corn season?
Yes, it's actually
that format has.
Coming out.
That format has.
None of them is even going to the school to eat with pupils anymore.
That format has expired.
It's not outdated.
Do you know? I was actually waiting for that time when the presidential candidates, I was riding bicycle on the street.
Well, I think personally, if I were to be. If everyone in Nigeria have my kind of personality and thinking, anyone who comes to me to beg me to vote for him, I would vote against you. Because you don't need to beg me. Just tell me you've done this, you've done that. Let me see what you've achieved.
Especially
let me see.
For a sitting governor, you don't even need
to. As a sitting governor, you don't need to plead with me.
You don't need to do anything.
It's someone who have not done anything else. Yes. Your result. Okay, what have you done? Let me see.
You had like 4 years to let us know what you've done.
Exactly.
You have people that work with you, Minister of Communication, of Information, Commission of Information. They can help us. When we are going around, we see what you're doing.
You see what you've done, then we'll say, okay, you deserve to continue this thing.
Okay, can I read the comments we have here? Okay, Sunday, Ihunyere laughed at what he told me. I don't know. Okay. Udeze Chima said, tell Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu there is... Okay, I think I've read that before.
Yeah.
Udeze said, Sanwo-Olu has not been campaigning before now because he believes that it's a walkover from him. But Sanwo-Olu is campaigning now because he knew water has passed Gary.
I like water way past Gary, so we just drink the water.
Exactly. Water past Gary, especially in cold water.
It makes sense. Come put ice block inside.
You're going to do it. They scoop the Gary small.
It makes sense. Suffer don't kill. Nigerians. Udeze Chima said Lagosians should use this opportunity to liberate themselves from the hands of Tinubu and his family. Obi has dismantled him 90%. The remaining 10% should be dismantled on Saturday.
This man is always on the woto code.
I think Tinubu is not really. It would surely, assist Lagos to. It wouldn't allow people to really just take away Lagos on just like that. But I think his influence will be limited. I don't know, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, because he has achieved his aim now. And if those people if those people cannot, I think if all of them together cannot hold on to Lagos State, then that means they have been flying on Tinubu's wings all this while. If Tinubu can just leave the place and go to the federal and he just drops, then that means all of them.
Just leave them. Let them do their thing.
Okay. Yeah. I think with that we don't have much time. We're giving signal by the boss that is producer at the other side. I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting show of the program. I'm Christian Chuku. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. I am Zubi Glad.
Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on my social media platforms on Twitter and Instagram at Olajimide. Thank you.
Of course, at I am Zubi Glad on Instagram, because I love Instagram a lot. I love to view photos and videos.
Yeah, go out on Saturday and vote for Labour Party.
That's if it is not cancelled.
Is it what?
That's if it is not cancelled.
Yes.
Go out and vote.
Should I say vote for continuity? I don't know.
Go out and vote for that person who's ready to serve us. Don't vote for someone who will give you money.
If they give you money, bring it to me, please. I need money.
Send it to me.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye for now.
Yeah.